We are in the week of November 17 to November 23rd, and I am doing detailed tarot card readings for every single sun sign. The very first sun sign that we begin with is, of course, the first sun sign, that is Aries. So, if your sun sign is Aries, this is your tarot card reading for the week November 17 to 23. Let's see what the cards have to say. I'm doing a simple 3 card spread, and there's also a fourth card which I call the gist card, which is the flavor of the week. How is the overall week going to look? The past card tells you about past influences that are still active right now in this week. The present card tells you what are the actions that you need to take or the actions that you need to avoid in this week. And the future card, the third card, tells you any actions that you take or any actions that you avoid, what is the likely future outcome that might come to you in the coming weeks or months. So let's get started. Aries, this is your reading. The very first card is the Page of Pentacles. Aries, if you are planning to start a course of study, if you are planning to maybe do some upskilling, do some course, short duration courses, this is a very good week to start, because the past card is telling me it's been on your mind for some time. You feel the need to upskill, you feel the need to upgrade. A course like this can really, really take you high up in your career. The present card is the Queen of Lotuses, or the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is a very, very high healing energy. So anything that you've been thinking about, any course you're planning to take, any short duration certification that you want to do, the Queen of Cups is telling me that this is the right thing to do as of now. This will be a very conducive week to enroll for a course, or if you're already enrolled in a course, to really go all in, focus with a lot of energy and see things through. The third card, the future card, is the Blessings of Babaji, a very, very spiritual card and extremely high energy card. If the thing that you're planning to do is a spiritual workshop, maybe you're planning to learn the tarot, maybe you're planning to learn yoga, or maybe you're planning to learn something for nurturing your soul, this is a very, very good week to do that. Now, the thing about the Blessings of Babaji card, my guru has always told me, whenever the Blessings of Babaji card comes up, I have to replace it with another card drawn randomly from the pack, and that card is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups, taken in conjunction with the Blessings of Babaji card, tells me there is a high need for healing. There is a very urgent need for healing. Something in your past is troubling you. Something in your past has come up again or is likely to come up again in the future. So, a course of healing or a course of studying anything, whether it's for your career, whether it's for your spirituality, whether it's for your health, you should definitely focus on that in this week. The gist card is the devil. So, anything that you do in this week towards this course of study, towards upskilling, towards your meditation and your spiritual life will have a great impact in the world, in your world. Whether it's your career, your family life, it will prepare you for tough times ahead. So, Aries, go ahead, get this course under your belt, do that meditation, join that workshop, and you will see that things work out. Now, let's come to Taurus. Taurus is, of course, the sign of the bull. It is an earthy sign. It is a very stubborn sign. And I've always seen that Taurus sometimes, tends to have a little difficulty following advice from other people. But I really do hope that you take heed of this advice. Let's see what the cards have to say for you, Taurus, for the week of November 17 to 23. Here is your tarot card reading. Let's shuffle the pack, lay out the cards. That's card 1, the past, card 2, the present, card 3, the future, and the gist card, which is card number 4. Card number 1, 9 of Wands. This card tells me that the last few weeks, maybe the last 9 weeks, have been a bit stressful for you on the work front, especially. You feel like you're being, pulled in different directions. There's a lot of chaos at the workplace. You have to constantly put out fires, and that is the past influence that is coming into this week as well. How does this week look for you? Page of Arrows or the Page of Swords? Some news will come in, a lot of email communication, a lot of going back and forth with regard to plans, with communication, strategy meetings, planning for the next year, for the next quarter. All of those things are going to be on the cards in this week. A lot of demands will be made on your time. However, it will be a little more relaxed than the past few weeks. But communication and emails and letters and meetings, that's basically how your week is going to look. And the third card, the future card, is the Eight of Wands. A lot of wands and arrows energy. So creativity, thinking, strategizing, all of these are going to be on the top of your mind in this week. Eight of Wands is a very good card because it also means that swift action will be taken. Something will happen very, very fast. If something has been stuck, if something is not moving forward, this is the week to really push on those plans and to really make those plans and see things through. The card also tells me that the next 8 weeks are going to be very critical. Anything that you plan and strategize in this week is going to be very, very important for the next 8 weeks. That's almost 2 months. And of course, the gist card is the wild card. The wild card or the fool card in the traditional tarot pack. This is the card of Rudra in the Sacred India Tarot, which is the tarot pack that was created by my guru, Sri Guru Rohit Arya. The wild card is basically telling me this is going to be a chaotic week. You know, the Nine of Wands energy is still very, very prevalent. Page of Arrows is telling me a lot of communication, a lot of meetings, a lot of hustle. That is what your whole life is going to be about in this week. The wild card makes things a little unpredictable. The wild card comes in and it kind of, throws all the plans up in the air. So be prepared for that. You don't want the Nine of Wands energy to creep into this week as well. But the wild card is telling me, you know what, anything is possible. So just be vigilant, have your wits about you. A lot of swords cards and wands cards have come up. There's not a lot of time for feeling. Action, communication, creativity, strategizing. Those are the themes of this week. And I hope this week goes well for you. Next, we come to the sun sign of Gemini. Gemini, the sign of the twins. Let's see what the tarot reading for you has to say. Gemini, this is your tarot card reading for the week November 17 to November 23. Let's do a very simple 3-card spread and see what the cards have in store for you. It's a simple 3-card spread. Again, past influences, present actions, thoughts, deeds, and the future outcome of those actions, and of course, the gist card. Let me look at the gist card first this time, and it is the Knight of Swords, which is the Hanuman card in the Sacred India Tarot. Again, Gemini, you are an air sign, and the gist card is also an air sign card, which is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is someone who just rushes into battle. So the warning over here is think before you leap. Don't make any rash decisions. Be very, very careful where your speech is concerned. Your speech is likely to be a little aggressive this week. You know that there's a lot of pressure on you. That's what the swords card tells me. You've been thinking about something for a very long time. Maybe there's work pressure, there's family pressure. But this week is the week that you need to slightly calm things down. Take action where action needs to be taken. Like, don't delay taking action, but do it as gently as possible, because you can be a force of nature when you choose to be. The Hanging Man. Something in the past has come undone. There's been some loss, maybe a monetary loss. Maybe there was a promotion that you were hoping for that you did not get. Maybe there was someone who was in your life and they are no longer in your life. All those things are playing on your mind. And it's that feeling of loss you're entering this week, feeling a little sorry for yourself, feeling and wishing if only things could be a little better, life would be so much better. But the present card is the Eight of Cups, which is the end of karma card. So the advice of the cards this week, Gemini, is to let go of whatever is that is troubling you. You have been holding on to some kind of a sorrow. There is some kind of a loss that has affected you. But this week, please make an effort to let go of those things. There is no need to carry the dead weight of those past relationships, those past hurts, because the future card is the Two of Swords, the Two of Arrows. The next 2 months, if you hold on to these negative feelings, if you hold on to this past hurt, it is possible that you might end up spoiling the results of the next 2 months. It will be 2 months or maybe more before you start, coming out of this blue funk, before you finally manage to put everything aside and get on with your life. Do it now. Don't delay. If something is troubling you, something is plaguing your mind, I would say write it down in a journal. Write out your feelings. You don't need to show them to anyone else. Here's a very quick remedy for you, Gemini. Here's a letting go exercise that you can do. If the Eight of Cups card has come up, as it has come up for you, this letting go exercise will be very, very important. What you need to do is just write out the situation that is making you feel bad, that is playing on your mind, that is kind of weighing you down. Just write it down on a piece of paper. Be as elaborate as possible. A couple of pages should be fine. And at the end of the page, just write the words, I let this go, so be it. That's it. I let this go, so be it. Fold that paper, burn it, and then just distribute the ashes, just blow them out into the wind, or go place them under some tree. This letting go exercise will help you get over this past hurt. You don't want to carry the baggage of this around with you because, as I said, the future card is Two of Swords. 2 months. It could be that long before you feel okay. And, you don't want to do that. Just focus on letting go. Any negative actions that you take in this week, whether it is not being able to let go or picking fights with people, might have repercussions for the next 2 months. So just be very careful in this week. Do the letting go exercise and things should work out well. I hope you do this, Gemini. All the best. Now let's come to the fourth sign, which is the emotional sign of Cancer. Cancer has been having a tough year so far. I have to say, even when I did the monthly reading for November for Cancer, I could see that Cancer is not yet out of the woods. There are still some issues that are plaguing Cancer. Let's hope that this week is better. So for the sun sign of Cancer, for the week of November 17 to 23, this is your tarot card reading. Let's see what the cards have to say. All right. The gist card is the King of Pentacles. A good week for money, a good week for investments, a good week to shine at work and do a lot of work. You may just have people coming up to you for advice. Cancer, you're an empath. You have a lot of sympathy for people and you're a good listener. So this is the week that people might come to you with their problems, but those problems may not be personal issues, but they would actually be something relating to work, something relating to investments. They see you as someone who is an expert in the field. So all in all, I think Cancer, you're going to be in great demand. Personally, for you, I would say this might also be a good week to think about money. The year end is just around the corner, 31st March. So get your investments in order. Make sure that all your ATC and, all those other investment instruments have already been finished. Eight of Pentacles is the past card. Eight of Pentacles is a great card. It is the card of learning. It is the card of new skills. It is the card of upskilling. It is the card of learning new things and also applying new things. So this card tells me that you have already maybe learned some new skills, or maybe you have already done some courses in the past. Maybe this is the week when you need to start applying those lessons. Seven of Wands is the card that has come here. Seven of Wands is a slightly combative card. It is the card that tells me you will need to take a stand. You will have to kind of stand up for yourself to other people at the workplace, at the home front also. Maybe the things that you have learned in the past will help you take a stand. Maybe there is something you have learned about these people or about the situation. So you're seeing this with a fresh set of eyes. And now you realize, you know what? I need to stand up for myself. I know what the situation is. I will not be flim-flammed, right? This is a card for taking a stand in this week. And the future card is the Queen of Swords. I can also see that I think the work area is going to be the primary focus in this week. The Queen of Swords is a professional's professional. It is a person, a woman even, who is a very tough taskmaster. This could also signify you because the Seven of Wands has come in the position of the present, which is the current week. You will have to take a stand for yourself. You will have to stand up for yourself. And you will have to act in a very unemotional manner. I know it comes very difficult for you, but as you can see, there is not a single Cups card here. There is Wands, there are two Pentacles cards, and now there is a Swords card. Do not take any emotional decisions in this week. Look at the facts. Trust the facts. Don't trust your feelings. Stand up for yourself. And I think you will coast through. But it can be a little tough for you because you are an emotional sign. So I would suggest If you are a Hanuman Bhakt, I would say on Tuesday or on Saturday or anytime during the week, just visit a Hanuman temple. Pray to him for strength, pray to him for inner strength, pray to him to give you the strength to see this situation through, to actually fight your enemies. Enemies might be a slightly strong word, but there are going to be people in your life who are going to be difficult in this week, and you will have to deal with them. And the best way to deal with them is to actually deal with them and not avoid it. All the best to you. Now, we've done Cancer. Let's come to the fiery sign of Leo. Leo for November 17 to November 23. This is your tarot card reading. I'm doing a very quick 3-card spread. Let's see how your week is looking. That's card number 1, the past influences. Card number 2, present actions and thoughts. Card number 3, likely future outcome, and the gist card. Let's look at the card. Okay. The gist card for Leo is the Lovers. Lovers does not always mean lovers or the romantic in the romantic sense. It means 2 choices. One choice is the safe choice, the other choice is the risky choice. You have to decide which choice is the best one for you at this moment in time. Sometimes the risky option is the better one. You know, Leo, you always answer the call to adventure. But sometimes the safe option might also work out. The safe option, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Safe does not mean boring. Safe means dependable, right? So think about what options you have, what choices you are facing in this week, and act wisely. The first card is the Two of Swords, which tells me that maybe for the last 2 months, there has been a slightly stuck energy. Things were not moving forward. Maybe there were projects, there was work, there were some other things that you were trying to do. But there was it's almost like a stalemate. If you look at the card, the traditional Rider-Waite Two of Swords, it's a person sitting with a blindfold with these 2 swords crossing each other. It's because the person can't see the wood for the trees. They can neither move forward, they can't move back. Luckily, this has come in the past, which means that those past influences are probably over. The present card is the Page of Pentacles. This represents you. This represents your attitude. You need to look at things a little differently with a new set of eyes. This could also mean new learnings, new apprenticeship, maybe a new line of work. If it was a job that you were looking for the last 2 months, if things were not working out, this is the week you might actually get your job. But all in all, communication with young people, interaction with young people, learnings of all kinds, upskilling of all kinds, that's the flavor of the week. Whatever was stuck, whatever was not working out, finally this card comes with relief. And the third card is the Knight of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles have come together. The Knight of Pentacles is a very diligent, hardworking kind of a personality. And the cards are telling me that is who you need to become. Maybe just for the next week or a couple of months, maybe just for the next week or so, don't be as flamboyant as you usually are, right? Be a little humble. If you're starting a new job, you've come with a lot of skills, you've come with a lot of experience. Show that to people. Show people that you are dependable. If you are looking for a promotion in your current job and you are planning to upskill, start applying those skills as quickly as possible. Keep your boss involved. Inform him, tell him, show him or her that you are applying the skills that you have learned. Show them that you are dependable. Show them that you can be trusted, right? And I think career-wise, at least, things will work out great. If you are talking about a job switch, I would say get a job switch. If there is an offer that comes to you, of course, read the fine print, but this might be a good week to switch jobs, take on a new role. You may have to maybe take a slight pay cut, that I can see from the cards, but the experience that you will gain from this job will be well worth it. So if a job switch is on the cards, go ahead. If you are staying in the same job, upskill, show that you are willing to take initiative, impress your boss. This is the week to impress your boss, but not by being flamboyant, but by being dependable and plodding. That is the risky choice for you, Leo. That's not who you are, but sometimes the situation calls for it and you need to act accordingly. All the best. Now, let's come to my favorite sun sign, which is Virgo. Well, all the sun signs are my favorite. I shouldn't be partial to them. but Virgo is really special. So, Virgo, for the week of November 17 to November 23, this is your tarot card reading. Let's see what the cards have to say. I'll quickly shuffle the pack and lay out the cards. We are doing a simple 3-card spread. There is the past card, past influences, present actions and thoughts, our potential, and the future potential, of course. And the gist card, which tells me how is the entire week going to look. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Excellent. The gist card is the blessings of Babaji. This week, Virgo, you don't need to worry. This is going to be a splendid week. This is going to be a wonderful week. This is going to be a week where things work out for you. And all of us need some good news right now. As I always say, whenever the blessings of Babaji card comes up, I randomly draw another card from the deck to see what blessings, what area of life are Babaji's blessings coming to you. And that is the Ace of Arrows. Ace of Arrows is wonderful. I personally like the card. A lot of people think it is a difficult card, and it can be a difficult card. But if Virgo, you have been going through some tough times, if you have been going through some trouble in your life, your professional life, your personal life, Babaji is giving you his blessings and he is telling you, go ahead, cut those things out of your life. You will be fine. You will land on your feet. And here is the very interesting thing about your reading. The past card is the Ace of Pentacles and the present card is the Ace of Wands. All ace cards are new beginnings. Ace of Pentacles is something maybe that you've started a year ago, some new venture that you've been planning, some new venture that you've been trying to get off the ground, and you've faced a lot of trouble, things were not working out. That's a thing of the past, because the present week is the Ace of Wands. Creative projects, new work, all those things are lining up for you in this week. Everything that you've been planning for such a long time, it's finally time to let go of things that were not working out and welcome things into your life. Creativity, strategy, love, even. All those new beginnings are coming to you in this week. I could not have asked for a better reading than this, because the blessings of Babaji is not just for the Ace of Swords, but it also applies to the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, because it is the gist card and these are all new beginnings. You are letting go of some things from your life that are not serving you. Something that you've been planning and trying to do for a long time is finally going to bear fruit, and you are going to start it in this week. But of course, not everything is rosy, because the future card is the Lovers. Tough choices will need to be made. You might have to change your work schedule. You might have to move your life around to accommodate this new project, this new thing that you are starting. And this is where you kind of make or break your success. If you are able to make the tough choices, if you are able to become tough with yourself, discipline yourself, become consistent, then the future looks good. Then all these things that you've been wanting, then all these things that you have started in this week will bear fruit in the future. Don't get stuck in the comfort zone. That is the worst place to be for you. Right now, go out, take action, get creative, get strategizing, start thinking, start doing. It's enough. You're done with thinking. Now it's time to start doing. The Lovers are telling me that yes, there will be a slight adjustment period when you kind of have to figure things out. Maybe, you have to figure out how your daily schedule is going to look like. You might have to work different hours. You might have to keep longer hours. You might have to do things a little differently, be more disciplined, be more consistent. But all of that will pay off because you have Babaji's blessings by your side. I couldn't have asked for a better reading, Virgo. All the best. Have a great week. Now, let's come to Libra. Libra, which is the sign of balance. It's an Aries sign. It's a very beautiful sign of Venus. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. Libra, this is your tarot card reading for the week November 17 to 23. Let's see what the cards have to say. I'm going to do a simple 3-card spread for you as well. I'm just shuffling the pack, laying out this is the past, this is the present, this is the future, past influences, present actions, future potential, and the gist card. The gist card is 3 of Cups, which is a good card, it's not a great card. It shows me that, maybe you're going to be having a great time this week. You're going to have a lot of fun. Maybe there's a marriage in the family, or somebody else is getting married. You're attending parties, you're attending get togethers, you're really letting your hair down, and it's a happy time. It's a happy time, no doubt about that. But it's for a very short duration of time. This is not something that lasts. The past influences are the Five of Wands, which tells me that for some time you've been fighting with people in your life. You've been trying to keep the peace, but trouble keeps erupting. These past influences are probably going to come into this week as well. Not that much, because I can see that the Three of Cups brings some relief. But the present card is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups tells me that all those arguments that you had in the past, maybe you were trying to get something done and people weren't allowing you. Now you need to step out of your own way. You've finally won the battle, so to speak. But now there's the problem of too many choices. You are feeling a little scatterbrained. You are feeling a little overwhelmed by all the choices that you need to make. It's almost as if you won the battle but you've lost the war. What do I mean by this? Five of Wands, some creative battle. You were logging heads with people. You were trying to push your way, push your agenda. And finally, those people have relented. But now Seven of Cups tells me, now that you are here, you don't know what you need to do. Now that you have finally won the battle, all right, what were you fighting for? Were you fighting for work? Were you fighting for love? This week, I think, is going to be a time when you start having second thoughts, when you start having doubts about, hey, what the heck was I fighting for? Did I really want this? You might have hurt a few people with your words and actions in the past, and you regret it. And you start wondering whether all of this was worth it. The future card is the Devil. The Devil is called the Prince of the World. So worldly success, money, fame, all those things are indicated. But the present phase, the present week, Seven of Cups is also 7 days. Literally, these 7 days are going to be very, very important, because you need to get your head screwed on straight. You need to make some choices. Then you will be tough choices. You need to put your feelings on the back burner and really, really think, what is it that I want? What is it that I can accomplish? What is it that I want to accomplish? If you make the right choice here, things will work out. If not, you'll feel like you're stuck in hell. Which is why I said the Three of Cups is a deceptive card. You have 7 days to really get your head screwed on straight, but for 3 of those days, you are going to waste your time. You are not going to really do the work that is needed to be done. You're not going to do the thinking that is needed to be done. You are going to waste your time. That is a very, very good possibility that you will not make very good use of this week. Don't do that. As they say, forewarned is forearmed. The world is calling. Success can come to you, provided you get your head screwed on straight. Think and don't just feel. While you're out having fun and having a good time, come back, do your work, put in the hours, and really, really figure out what is it that you want to do. All right? Libra, I hope you have a good week. Now, let's come to Scorpio. Scorpio, this is your tarot card reading for the week November 17 to 23. I'm shuffling the pack and let's see what the cards have to say for you. Simple 3-card spread, which is going to be past influences, present actions and thoughts, future potential, and the gist card. Okay, interesting. Right off the bat, Scorpio, let me tell you that this is going to be a tough week. I don't want to sugarcoat it, but I think you're tough enough. 5 of Cups is the gist of the reading. This week is going to be tough. If you're in a relationship that's not been going very well, this could be the week that you have a breakup. If you are in a job that you're not happy with, this is the week that either you will quit or you might be asked to leave. This is not a good card. It's quite a disastrous card. I must say, I'm sorry. But you will need to be tough. Fortunately, the three cards that have come up tell me that you are mentally prepared or mentally in a place where you can fight this situation and you can finally get your way. The past is the Queen of Swords. Uh, since it is in the past, this tells me that maybe there was a person who was a really tough person in your life, someone who was giving you some trouble. It could be a woman, it could be your boss, it could be someone who was an extremely unemotional person, a very cold and distant person. And that person was causing some kind of trouble in your life. Those influences are still strong because the present card is the Two of Swords. Uh, you're not entirely free of that person's influence, right? And that is why you are being burned. It literally feels like you are being burned, that you're being hauled over the coals. I think, I don't know what, Scorpio, something is going on in your life. If you can relate to this, please let me know in the comment section. uh, there's a bit of a stalemate. This week is going to be neither moving forward nor can you move back. You're stuck in that kind of a situation. What you need to do in this case is to focus on the future, which is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is the mentor's mentor, it is the expert's expert. In your professional life, of course, the meaning is very clear. You will need to be very, very tough on yourself and on the people in your life. If you have subordinates, employees who report to you, this is not the week to be gentle with them. If projects are stalling, if work is not getting done, you will have to crack the whip, and that's just the way it is. The time to be nice is gone. You want to be the tough boss this week, otherwise, the future is going to be, you will not get the results that you've been working towards. In your personal life, you may have to be very tough with someone. This could be someone who is either causing you trouble or is someone that might cause trouble to your close ones. What you will need to do is again be very, very tough with them. You will have to lay down the law and tell them, you know what, boss, this kind of behavior won't fly. The time to be nice and gentle is past. This week you need to be tough. And I hope and I know, Scorpio, that you have the strength in you to see this week through. All the best. Now, we're done with Scorpio. Let's come to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is your tarot card reading for the period November 17 to 23. Let's do a very quick 3-card spread after I shuffle the pack. The first card that I lay out is the past influences. Second card is present actions and thoughts. And the third card is the future potential. The fourth card that I draw is the gist card. The gist card is kind of the flavor of the week. It tells you how your week is going to be. And it tells me also what is it that you're looking towards, you're working towards. Interesting. Very interesting. Your gist card is the King of Swords. Work is going to be topmost on your mind. You will be seen by other people as someone who is an expert. They will come to you for advice. If you've been looking for a promotion, I think this week is the week where you really need to go all guns blazing in and demand a raise or demand your promotion. You are worth it. You have the skills, you have the abilities inside of you. You just need to tap into them and things will work out. Why I say this is because the past influences are the 9 of Pentacles. You've been working steadily towards a goal, whether it's a financial goal, whether it's a career goal, maybe even it's a family goal, maybe you're planning to start a family. This is the week where all that entire cycle, it's almost like a 9-year cycle where you've been really, really working towards a goal, and that might just bear fruit. And why do I say this in the present is because your card is the Knight of Swords. You have to be a little more aggressive this week. You've been working towards a goal for a very long time. This is the week where you have to put in a little more effort. You just have to push a little further and things might just work out for you, because the future potential is 3 of Cups, which is the card of celebration. It is the card of achievement. It is the card of the good times. So everything that you've been working towards for the last few weeks, months, or even years, this is the week where you have to push, give that one final thrust, and see things through, because the future is very good. You might just be celebrating your promotion. You might just be celebrating the fact that you're going to become a father or a mother. You might just be celebrating the fact that you have finally accomplished some very major goal in your life, provided this week you continue working hard, you continue working diligently, things should work out. All the best. Now, after Sagittarius, it's the turn of Capricorn. Capricorn is a very steadfast sun sign and very, very career oriented. Capricorn, this is your tarot card reading for the week, November 17 to November 23. Let's see what the cards have to say. So I'm doing a very quick 3-card spread after I shuffle the pack. The 3 cards are very simple. There is the past, which is your past influences. The present, which is what do you need to do in the present? How do you need to act? How do you need to behave? And card number 3 is the future potential. Whatever you do this week, what actions you take, what thoughts you have, what decisions you make, what is the future possibility or the future outcome of those thoughts and actions? That is what the card number 3 tells me. Gist card, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. All right. The gist card is the Blessings of Ganesha. The Blessings of Ganesha card is a very, very special card. It's a card that was specially made by my Guru, Sri Guru Rohit Arya, when he created the Sacred India Tarot. The Blessings of Ganesha means this is the week of new beginnings. Something is going to end, something new is going to begin. And you have the Blessings of Ganesha with you. So Ganesha, as you know, is the remover of obstacles. He will make sure that those new paths that you're going to walk down will clear up for you. Past is the Judgment card. Like I said, something old is going to end. It could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be some project that has been going on for some time, and you can finally say goodbye to it and finally be done with it, and you can move on. You will feel some nostalgia about this relationship. You will feel some, slight ache, when something you really value has ended, has come to an end. This is the nostalgia card, the 6 of Cups. So it's okay to kind of think back, look back, reminisce about this relationship, reminisce about the job, about the project that you're saying goodbye to, whatever life that you're saying goodbye to. Don't cry about it, don't feel sorry about it, but anything that ends is also the beginning of something new, as we see from the Blessings of Ganesha card. He is clearing the path. He is making sure that you have all the resources you need and all the help you need to start this new journey. One journey is ending, but another journey is beginning. But this week we'll see you feeling very, very nostalgic. The future is 7 of Cups. Now, in a way, this tells me that the world is your oyster. Maybe you are quitting a job or getting out of a relationship, but you don't have anything planned for the future. Perfectly fine. This tells me there is a lot of options in your future. Whether it is new jobs, whether it is new romantic partners, new projects coming your way, you will in fact be, inundated with offers. You will have so many things happening in your life. This week, just say goodbye to everything that is old. And trust in Ganesha, trust in God. He will make sure that, things work out. The 7 of Cups is also the card of multiple choices, but it's also when a person starts building castles in the air. So what I see in the future is that while you're saying goodbye to one thing, there are so many new things coming into your life, so many options that you are considering. You don't know which one to pick. So that's going to be the challenge, and that is probably where Ganesha is going to help you. He will make you narrow down your choices, really focus on what is it that you should be doing, who and what is it that you should be pursuing. And I think he will definitely make sure that you come out of the woods and, make it safely to the other side. All the best. Now we are at the penultimate sun sign, which is Aquarius. Aquarius, this is your tarot card reading for the week, November 17 to 23. I'm going to be doing a very quick 3-card spread to see how your week is going to be. The first card in the spread is the past card, which tells me all the past influences. Present card is the second card. Present actions, present thoughts. How is this week going to look? And card number 3 is the future potential. I also draw out a fourth card, which is the gist card, which tells me what is the flavor of the week. And that card for you is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a very interesting card because the Wheel of Fortune is a 180-degree shift in anything that you were doing. If things were going well, then there's a 180-degree shift. Things may not be so rosy anymore. But if things were not so good in your life, whether it was your health, your love life, your professional life, and the Wheel of Fortune has come out, it is a time to rejoice because you are finally leaving all those troubles behind you. All the things that were not working out, all the things that were troubling you, you are coming to the end of that cycle and about to enter a new cycle. The past card is the World. The World is a highly spiritual card, but seen in the context of the Wheel of Fortune card, you've been doing some spiritual work. You've been maybe doing some pujas. Maybe you've been doing some pariharams. Maybe you have really been traveling the world, physically traveling the world, and you feel okay. Now is the time to settle down. Now is, if you've been doing pujas or pariharams, you might feel okay, you've finally done this anushtan, you've completed this sankalpa. Now is the time to actually get the fruits of that. So something is ending, but what the thing that is ending is something that has been very dear to you. It could be the fact that you were traveling and living somewhere else. It could be some relationship that was a very spiritual kind of a relationship, but now things are ready to move ahead. You are ready to move ahead, and you are moving ahead to a very good place. Ten of Pentacles is a very good card, very positive card. It is the card of legacy. It is the card of the culmination of something, and the final result is very, very positive. So I'm not at all worried about this. You might finally decide to settle down somewhere after traveling for a very long time. If you've been doing some pujas and pariharams, as I said, this is the week where you will actually get the results or the fruits of that sadhana. So a very, very positive card for that. In general, things will work out. Things will calm down. You will feel good about where you are in life. You really will not have any reason to complain. And the future card is the Six of Cups. Again, this week is going to be very precious for you, Aquarius. You've been working towards something, and it's, you will look back on this period and think, you know what, I did some really good work in this week. This was a special week because things that I was working towards, I finally accomplished them. Things that I really wanted to do, I have accomplished them. And you will look back on this week with a lot of nostalgia. You might even get a little teary-eyed. Aquarius, you hate telling people or hate showing people that you're emotional. You are a very emotional person. This is a special week, so I would say make the most of it. Enjoy yourself. Spend time with loved ones. Spend time with people who are special to you. Because you will look back on this time and think, wow, I finally accomplished what I wanted. I finally got what I wanted. Things worked out. And all in all, this is going to be a period where you feel a lot of joy. You feel a lot of satisfaction with where you are in life, with what you have accomplished. So this week, pause, breathe, love freely, talk freely, laugh freely. A very, very precious week. All the best. Now, the final card, the final sun sign, which is Pisces. Pisces, this is your tarot card reading for the week November 17 to 23. Let me quickly shuffle the pack and see what the cards have to say. I'm doing a very quick 3-card spread. It's going to be past, present, future. The first card, which is the past, talks about past influences that may or may not have relevance to this week, but it's something you're coming from. The present card is the present actions, the present potential, present frame of mind, state of mind. And the future card is the future potential. Whatever you do in this week or don't do in this week, what are the fruits that you will get or not get? The gist card is the flavor of the week, and that is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a very positive card. It is the Saraswati card. You will learn a lot. You are a very gentle soul anyway, but The Saraswati card is definitely a very high energy card. It tells me that the goddesses, the gods and goddesses, the devtas are smiling down on you in this week. Not a great card for accomplishing new things, but definitely a great card for spending in meditation, great card for spending with loved ones, a great card for just taking stock of where you are. It's a very gentle week. There's not going to be a lot of upheavals, which is a good thing because the past card is the Wheel of Fortune. Normally, when the Wheel of Fortune card comes, here's what I say: something is ending, something is beginning. It's going to be a 180-degree shift. But that I think has already happened in your life. Those are the past influences. You've already been working towards something. And in this week, because you are coming to the death card, death does not mean physical death. Death means that whatever it is that you've been working towards, you will see that thing transformed into what you want, which means you will finally accomplish that task, that project that you've been working towards. You know, the last few weeks, the last few months, you've been waiting for something to happen. You've been waiting for things to shift, and boom, this week, suddenly that thing happens. So it's a great, great thing. Uh, the death card does not mean physical death, however, because it is coming after the Wheel of Fortune. Just, my intuition is telling me that you need to be a little careful while driving this week. If you're getting into a car, whether you're driving it yourself or you're getting into a cab where someone else is driving, be careful. But this is going to be a week full of transformations. The future card is the Hierophant. A lot of rules, regulations, a lot of dealing with government officials, a lot of dealing with people in authority, a lot of dealing with forms and documents. All those things will happen in the future. So, if you are working on a project, that project will finally come through in this week. However, pay very, very close attention to the terms of the contract, pay very close attention to the fact that you haven't left any loose ends, right? Tie up all the loose ends so that nobody comes back to you later saying, hey, ye reh gaya, wo reh gaya, this was supposed to be done, that hasn't been done, etc. If you are changing your job, if you are getting into a new project, again, read the fine print very, very carefully. This can be a transformative opportunity, but at the same time, you will want to make sure that all the legal documents, all the contracts, and everything is in place. But all in all, because the Saraswati card has come in, it tells me this is a very positive week. Any changes that happen, any transformations that happen, in the long term, it's going to be really good. And it is in this week that those things will get accomplished. The future is looking good. The present is looking transformative. It's going to be very, very impactful this week. So all I will say, Pisces, have a great week ahead. Things are going to be looking up. I think you are finally going to see a transformation in your life, something that you've been wanting for a very long time. But as I said, just be careful and make sure there are no loose ends and things should be fine. Thank you for watching the video, and come back next week because every week I make new videos where I look at the tarot card readings of that week. I do annual readings very soon. We're coming, December is just around the corner. So I'll be doing the year spread for every single sun sign for the year 2026. So stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, why don't you go and watch this video, which I think you'll find very interesting. Thanks for watching.